likelihood of him sort of having the same thing happen again?
The same thing, really hard to know.
Well, I just mean very broadly, like the
another disc herniation.
Mineralizing.
Oh,
the mineralizing
so
of the discs.
so these other ones are starting to mineralize, but just because they're mineralized does not mean they're going to herniate.
Right.
So there's about a 20% chance of any dog who's had one herniated disc of having another in their lifetime, but they don't always need hospitalization. They don't always need surgery. A lot of times it could be just pain alone, or it could be very minor weakness in the limbs. That they can
So
recover
you
from.
say this gene, this sort of genetic predisposition does it apply equally to all discs, and then the discs are activated activated on by the physical forces?
Yes.
Would you say?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So it's equally, all of these discs, at least to our knowledge, are affected by this gene. Now, what makes one disc look like this versus, because these ones are a little bit healthier, this one's not as healthy, or by healthy I mean
Sure.
hydrated.
Yeah.
So what makes one affect the other? Really hard to know. Probably has to do with the biomechanics of
Right.
how much force is put on each individual disc.
Right.
And
that
the discs in the thoracic spine have a much, much lower chance of actually being an issue. And that's
Right.
because there's a ligament that runs from the two ribs that goes over top. So there's kind of more
right, and they
protection
have
up
they
top.
have much less
And it's stiff. It doesn't move.
necessity or opportunity to.
Yeah, they're very stiff. Versus the most common discs that blow are the ones that are at junctions of high motion areas. So his was 12-13, which is right here. And the 13-1 and 12-13 are the most common because they're
Right.
areas where you meet your lumbar spine. There's a lot of bend.
Sure. I mean, it's
So-
pretty similar to people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what would your let's say we have a best case scenario
Mhm.
for him, and it's like 2 months from now,
Mhm.
3 months from now.
Mhm.
What would be your like sort of, let's say, extreme librarian dictates, and maybe, and then sliding into realistic recommendations for the rest of his life in terms of activity and movement.
Yeah, I think ideal recovery for him. If I think.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, after the recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like what should
Like,
he do?
yeah, like I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
I'm saying, like,
He should lifelong.
yeah.
We try to limit high impact activities. So that's jumping off of surfaces is the biggest one.
Okay.
Jumping onto is not great, but it's not as big of a deal. But there's a lot of pressure put on the spine when dogs hit the ground from a high surface.
Okay. What about jumping straight up in the air, like 4 feet straight up in the air?
Yeah, that's less than ideal as well. Is this something he really likes to do?
It's yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it can be.
Does he do it when he's excited?
Yeah.
So I think if it's a learned behavior and it's something he likes to do, certainly I would try to. I'm always trying to get dogs to have a normal life, but that's a tough one.
Well,
If
that
he's,
one
up
actually
and
that's
hitting,
actually.
you could catch him and stop him from hitting the ground.
Okay, so it's hitting the ground from
yeah.
a height.
Yeah, because if you think about
Okay.
the spine, there's a lot of load put on that spine
Okay.
when he lands.
No, I mean we have ways, there are techniques to
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
It's basically when the walking harness comes out.
Yeah.
That's when he's like,
Okay.
he gets super
I see what you're
hyped.
saying. Yeah,
he's
so
a
if it's
he's a very aggressive marker.
Yeah.
He's like a prowler. He's like chicken bones.
So if he's
and
getting
stuff.
excited about a walk and jumping, catch him. You know what I mean? You can and again, this is down the line. You try to catch him, hold him, and keep him on the ground, and put the harness on and go.
No,
I know it's less than ideal. I want him. to
No,
have a
it's fine.
normal
It's fine.
dog life.
I'm not. That's actually like, for his quality of life. I can.
Yeah.
There are
You can
ways.
manage
It's like you just have to really.
Yeah.
You have to be ahead.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have a treat
Exactly.
before the harness comes out.
Yeah.
And have, yeah.
Okay.
So,
So you'll get it.
So what would you say about sort of wrestling and
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The ideal for a pet who's had disc herniations is that we keep them active, because actually taking them out, and by active,
yeah,
I
in terms
mean,
of walking. Yeah.
walking is the
Yeah.
best thing they can do. So you
Right,
can
right.
take him for at least one 30-minute walk a day. Keeps the muscles around the spine.
Right.
Keeps him slim from not getting overweight, because being overweight can be a factor as well. So that's the best thing to do. In terms of wrestling, it depends on how intense it is. You know, sometimes other dogs wrestle each other and they're T-boning each other. I don't want that is a high risk activity.
It's more like it would be more like he would be, jumping a foot in the air, and then landing in a shoulder roll. That kind of thing. Like he's, because I have a dog who's a husky pit bull, and she's she actually is the perfect dog.
Yeah.
But like in terms of it's like they love to wrestle together, and also with another dog. So I guess maybe let's say a dog that is basically his size, and there's not anything much in the way of jumping.
Yeah, I think it should be
just sort of like,
again, down the line, but it should be okay. Like a bit of like light wrestling is fine. Like just some play like that should be okay. You just want to supervise it if it's ever getting a little too intense.
Yeah. I think unfortunately it's possible that like this latest incident was because of some wrestling.
Yeah. So it stinks, right? Because you want him to have a normal quality of life, and certainly we need to make adjustments so that he's still happy. And if it means playing a little bit lower energy, and you supervising, then so be it. You know what I mean? But we want him to be happy. Yeah, seems like an active dog.
The most important thing for him and for for my partners is to go on walks, and so that's recommended.
Exactly.
So that's good.
Walks are the best thing to do. Now for this time period, it's mainly just rest.
I'm talking